Hello and welcome to Color Circuit. The name of the show is Screen Source. Screwed that one up. That's okay. This is your place for film and television news, reviews, and trailers. It is Color Circuit. This network is called Color Circuit. You're on the Color Circuit YouTube page. How are you all doing today?
Doing wonderful.
Groovy.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing tired.
You're doing tired.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm doing tired. It's one of those tired days, but that's okay because I get to sit with my friends and talk about film and television.
Oh, it's so wonderful.
So it's a good way to end the day.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So let's do that. Let's get into the trailers for Widows, and then we're going to go into some Idris Elba news, some Tara Thompson news. There's a lot of good stuff. Tessa. Why did I get Tara from?
Good question. I don't know.
Cards. Tara cards.
Tarot cards.
Tarot cards.
Tarot cards.
Okay, cool. So we're going to watch Widows, which the trailer dropped today. Now, is this the first full trailer, or is it the second?
What is this? I don't even know what this one is.
Widows. We watched it a little bit before. We watched another trailer that came out before. You guys will remember once we started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's give it a watch.
Yeah, I
Must not
don't
be
have
memorable.
recollection.
It had to be a teaser because I don't
Must have not
remember.
been a good trailer.
That or I just have no memory.
Me either.
You have no idea, do you? Or did you choose not to know?
Oh,
Your
yes.
husband
Okay.
stole $2 million from me.
They're all widows.
Yeah. I remember now.
This is about my life.
Still drawing a blank.
Oh, Liam.
This is about my life. And because it's about my life, it now becomes about yours.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love her. She's such a great actress.
Something happened tonight, something bad. Mr. Mulligan, your family's been involved in Harry's life for many years. I need help.
I don't see what I can do.
Our husbands aren't coming back. We're on our own. My husband left me the plans for his next job.
Damn.
Nice.
There's a crew to pull it off.
Why should we trust you anyway?
Because I'm the only one standing between you and a bullet in your head.
That's what I've learned from men like your late husband and my father, is that you reap what you sow.
Let's hope so.
Nice.
This is for guns.
Guns? From where?
Figure it out.
Damn.
If this whole thing goes wrong, I want my kids to know that I didn't just sit there and take it. I did something.
Where do I know her from, Elizabeth?
Now the best thing we
Really
have going
pushing
for
those
us is
names.
being
Yep.
real.
Yeah.
Why? Because no one thinks we have the balls to pull this off.
Cool.
She said balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said
Like their
balls.
ex-husbands.
What
Did
if
anybody
they
else catch
have
that?
them?
That's the twist
No,
in the movie.
it's just
They all have
like-
balls.
I always think it's like very empowering for women to like say something like that. Like if they don't think we have the balls to do it,
Sure.
and we do.
Right.
Just
I'd be
because
like,
we're
say
women
it.
doesn't mean we don't have balls.
Hey, this isn't a versus thing.
Right?
Is that why we're on this side of the table?
I'm on your side.
We're right there with you. There's no debate.
They're clearly pushing all these actors and they're all huge actors. I
I was
love
gonna say, it's
a lot of
pretty
these
star-studded
people.
cast.
Brunette, huh?
No, she's the blonde one.
I recognize a lot of them, but
Yeah.
I don't know where from.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize her.
I do know that you can't have a movie without guns and cars and females unless Michelle Rodriguez is in it.
And
So-
also Liam Neeson.
Very
That's
and
the
Liam
rule.
Neeson.
Very
So
true.
that's the rule
Yep.
of twos.
Yep.
And then I'm totally fine with Farrell being in this. Colin?
Colin
Yeah.
Farrell.
He's great,
Since
yeah.
In Bruges, I've been like his biggest fan. I
He's
love
great.
him.
he's
He's a
good.
great
He's
actor.
good, yeah.
Like he
Fantastic.
does a lot of like he's done a lot of crappy things, but he's also done a lot of great movies.
Yeah,
and, like,
Moon
shows.
and Bruges, just like nonstop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's great. And then
mixed
Viola.
bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
is
a
a mixed
little
bag.
mixed bag.
And there's a couple actresses in there that I was like, huh. I know I've seen her before, but she's not a big actress. Like she hasn't been really doing a lot that I know of, which is really that's awesome that they're choosing like some really big names, but also some names that are maybe more up and coming people, which is really cool.
Director of 12 Years a Slave. That movie was fantastic.
Yeah.
Movie's great.
Yes.
And then writer of Gone Girl, so you know there's going to be some big old twist in there.
Yep. Oh, that's where the girl's from, isn't it?
Which one?
Gone Girl.
Oh, is she the crazy one? Is she like the main? Is she the girl that gets gone?
No, it's not. No, she's not from Gone Girl. She just looks a lot like the girl from Gone Girl.
She just looks like the
Damn it,
crazy
I'm gonna
white chick
figure
from
it out.
Gone Girl.
I'm gonna figure out where she's from.
Yeah.
I am.
They all just look crazy.
Let's look it up. What's her name?
Elizabeth something. Debuki.
Elizabeth how the fuck am I gonna spell Debukaki?
Come on.
Just type something
Elizabeth.
and then it'll come up.
Stan's taking care of it. You'll
autocorrect.
figure it out.
Thanks, Stan.
Stabuki?
It's not Kabuki.
Kabuki Theater?
Although she does kind of look like she could be like part Asian.
Yeah.
There we go. That's it.
What'd you find? What's she in?
Oh, okay. I remember. Excuse me. I know, right?
Don't die on that.
She's actually, here's where I recognize her. She's Aisha, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. She's the big gold woman.
Yes, that's her.
I really liked her
like,
in that
I know
part.
her from
That was
somewhere.
fun.
And then she's been in the
She's very pretty.
the Peter Rabbit movie.
Oh,
And she was in the Cloverfield Paradox, but I don't remember.
I don't remember her, but that
I don't
movie
remember
was garbage,
anybody
so.
from that
I
movie.
didn't
It was
watch
so not worth remembering.
No, it's really awful.
And
Okay.
and she
said
was
gold
in
woman.
Valerian.
Yeah,
She's
gold woman.
been, I guess she must be British.
She's been around, but it
She's
sounds
got a
like she
lovely
hasn't
British accent.
she hasn't hit like a
I don't think so. The Man from Uncle.
Oh,
She's
yes,
in The Great
yes.
Gatsby.
The Man from Uncle. Oh my God, she's so good in that movie. Have you guys seen that movie?
I haven't, and
I
I've
want
watched
to.
it, but I
What?
don't remember it.
It's so
I
good.
really don't.
It's so good. You know what? It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. I really have to
Is it
say.
an older
Check
movie?
it out again.
It's fairly new.
It
And it
came out-
has the guy from Superman, Henry Cavill, and it has Alicia Vikander, and
It's based on comics or something.
yes,
It was a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, yeah.
I think it's like in the 60s.
It came
it
out,
takes place
it came
in the
out
60s.
about the same time the Kingsman came out. And
Okay.
I think everyone got them mixed
Picked
up
the
a little bit.
Yes, yeah.
So
Okay,
the
yeah.
Kingsman was a
Good,
comic
though.
book.
The
Which is
Kingsman
also
was
a
really
comic
good.
book.
Yeah.
I don't know if The Man from Uncle was a
did the
comic. I think it was just
Kingsman.
a TV show.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Gotcha.
very like, it's got a very like James Bond kind of
Yeah,
feel to
sure.
it. It takes place in the 60s, and I just love the costumes.
Why
so,
is
you
it
know.
called
That'll
Man
get me every
from
time.
Uncle?
It's in it.
Yeah,
just
that's
watch.
the TV show.
Okay.
It's
Kinda like TARDIS.
Is it an acronym?
It's an acronym.
Okay.
Uncle is an acronym.
UNLCLE. Yeah.
Oh,
is
gotcha.
a-
Man
I
from
don't know what it
Uncle.
stands for.
whatever their.
Maybe I'll make
whatever
that one of my
their-
required viewings.
There you go.
'cause
Yeah.
It's very
Do it.
good.
Yeah, someone's
wanna
got
watch
to choose one
it.
today. I
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
Anyways, let's move on to our
All right.
news. So what's going on this week? Who's going first? I don't even remember.
I can go first. Oh, there's an order to
Yeah.
this. I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
I'm just too excited.
Yeah. Let's move on to that next slide. Let's see
excited.
who's going when for
find
who,
out.
for what.
Oh,
Is that you,
right.
Lexi?
Idris Elba.
Speaking of spies and uncles
Right.
and daddies, this is Idris Elba.
Wow.
So this is Idris Elba.
Glad you're not my daddy, Idris Elba.
You want to call him daddy?
But I'll call
No.
you
Sure.
daddy.
Sure.
It's such a weird complex.
If you
Anyways,
want.
I don't want to feed into it. That's weird.
Proceed.
Let's get into
yeah.
that.
So Idris Elba news. It's been rumored for a while that people want him to play the new James Bond. The current James Bond is talking about only doing one more film and then stepping down. So
Okay.
everybody wants him to be the Bond. That'd be great. I don't like James Bond, but I'd still watch that.
Heck yeah.
A lot of people are kind of bringing up issues with that. Like they say he's too old, even though the other Bond is 5
No.
years older.
What?
Yeah.
And
He's
a lot
not
of
too
people
old.
like
Still a
to bring
badass.
in the race thing. So
Right.
yeah,
That's
of
a-
course.
Of course, people
That's
are
it.
bringing in the
Yeah.
race thing.
Which is so ridiculous.
That's like
I mean,
how
the
people
logo's
are-
white. Why shouldn't
Why?
he be?
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand. Like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but that's all speculation.
Yeah.
And the only thing that he's really confirmed was a tweet that said Alba, Idris Elba. So
That's cool.
Don't know
Cool.
what that means, but
Right.
Teasing it. And then he
Okay,
also had
he's
another one that
doing
said,
it.
"Don't believe the hype."
Right.
What?
yeah.
He's doing it.
But then
He's
again,
doing
I
it.
John
think he's
Glover
doing
was
it.
also teasing about being Spider-Man in that.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Well,
so-
But he was in it.
But he was.
Yeah.
He was in
Yeah.
it.
Not only that, he also did like the animated one.
And
Yeah,
he's actually,
right.
Well, I mean,
That's pretty
I think
cool.
he's going to show. He's supposed to. I think he's supposed to be the Prowler, but I don't know.
But
Maybe
not
00.
Spider-Man.
Maybe Idris will just be in the animated 007
I'll be pretty pissed if
series.
he's just in like a rigged
Yeah.
animated
I mean,
thing.
I thought he was going to be Miles Morales, but then it ends up he's not. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the
no, his nephew.
Cartoon.
Oh, no.
His nephew's going to be.
In the cartoon,
I don't know.
I
movie.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah. No, he is Miles Morales in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But in the movies in Homecoming, I think he hinted at
it's still
him
Peter
being
Parker
the uncle
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
That's not the point.
That's
007.
That's not the point.
Idris
007.
Elba.
Idris Elba.
Yeah. What else is
007,
Idris doing?
we don't know. He is confirmed to play the dad in a new up-and-coming movie called Ghetto Cowboy.
That's why you said
Cool.
daddy. Okay, I was confused.
That's why.
Nope,
That's
not
exactly why.
Yeah.
No, but it
Good
looks
cover.
really interesting. So that's a hot small.
What did yours say?
Oh.
All right, that's
Spicy tamale.
Spicy tamale.
let's see.
Idris Elba
What
is.
are the names? Okay, Ghetto Cowboy, a film based on the novel by Greg Neary. Ricky Staub is directing it. I guess this is his first time directing.
Okay.
So he doesn't have anything else to compare it to. And the story follows 15-year-old Cole, who is forced to live with his estranged father Harp, played by Alba.
Cool.
In North Philadelphia, where despite the surrounding poverty and violence, he discovers a redemptive world of urban horseback riding.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm
Sounds
into
cool.
it.
Sounds
Urban
cool.
horseback riding.
I saw a
I'm into
Vice documentary about urban bullfighting. So,
What?
Right?
Whoa.
So it
Urban.
was-
That's
yeah.
weird. That's a weird place for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is there
What are you
even
doing in
room
the
for that?
urban?
What are you doing in the?
What are you doing in the urban?
urban?
Get out of the hood.
So Ghetto
Bulls
Cowboy.
in the hood.
Ghetto Cowboy's a book,
Bulls in the
right?
hood. I love it.
Bulls in the hood.
What was that?
Bulls in the hood. Jeez.
I love it.
Ghetto Cowboy's a book, I think,
It was
right?
based on a book by
Yeah.
Greg Neary.
Okay.
So
okay.
this is just an adaptation of that.
Interesting.
Yeah, sounds
that
cool.
sounds like an
I'd
interesting
watch
project
it.
for him to pick
Maybe,
up
I
on.
don't know.
I would be stoked if he were 007.
Yeah.
And the
That'd be
director
pretty
is apparently
cool.
all on board for it. Like I
hope
think
it
he said something.
happens.
It's time for a person of color to play 007.
I
or
mean,
something like
yes. Hello. It's just like the show that's like really popular, Doctor Who, that is
Oh my
getting a woman, a
goodness.
female
Yeah.
doctor. That's amazing.
People throw
Yeah.
fit.
It's so amazing.
Mhm. She's gonna be awesome,
It's
I'm sure.
long overdue. Long overdue.
They didn't even give it a chance before they tore it down.
I know.
Oh my goodness. People are too much. Like,
Oh my shame.
Open up your
Shame.
minds, people.
Well, like-
Just open them.
the reason these characters are written this way is so that you can change out actors. Like, that's the great thing about Doctor Who, is anytime you regenerate, so you can replace them with literally anyone in the world.
Right.
And they keep replacing him with a tall, skinny white guy. Like,
Wasn't there an asterisk that said anyone in the world as long as he has
it's actually,
balls? Or
yeah,
something like
as
that.
long as it's a
long
tall,
as he has
skinny
a
white
penis,
guy.
then
it's fine.
Exactly.
Wow.
So,
Well,
that's
boring.
Doctor Who
hopefully you get it,
news.
Idris. I'm rooting for you.
I'm
Yeah.
rooting for you
Yeah.
too.
All right, who's next? You got some news for us?
We got some DC news.
Yeah.
Up first, DC's looking to reboot their Green Lantern
Oh God. Let's
franchise
hope it's
with
better.
not just Green Lantern, but the Green Lantern Corps.
Tom Cruise.
Which is actually, I don't know if anybody knows, Green Lantern is just part of a bigger, higher corps or group that patrols and keeps the universe safe.
Okay.
Okay.
And so there's other Green Lanterns, not just the one the one we know. And they all have different names.
The really bad movie with Ryan Reynolds. before
Right.
He became
He's
Yeah,
the only
absolutely.
Green Lantern for me.
Before he
Oh.
became good.
Yeah.
So
Where he met his
set of
current wife.
news is in this reboot, and the fact that it's going to kind of focus more on not just the Green Lantern himself, but the Green Lantern Corps, like the whole thing. They were looking to enlist an A-list talent for the reboot, and now the rumor mill is saying that Tom Cruise is in talks to play the lead Green Lantern.
Now he might be too old. I have to say that. I love Tom Cruise, but he might be a little bit.
You know, it's
I just saw
kind of-
Fallout, and he's not old.
He's
I know the
Yeah.
dude can do anything.
I'm just
know.
so over Tom Cruise.
But he
Can
Yeah.
never. I've never been over.
I mean,
that.
guys, The Mummy didn't do well.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a
I
lazy
agree.
casting director's decision.
Yeah.
They're
So
like, we
choose
gotta
Tom
make
Cruise?
money. Let's get Tom Cruise in
No
there.
way.
I'm
Tom
just
Cruise is
so
still
over
killing
him.
it. Oh, you're just not. You're not. You're all out of the phase.
I'm just out of the cruise.
Out of
I'm
the
on
cruise.
dry
I'm all
land.
underneath it. Give me.
You're just in that
So,
water.
is there any other
In that
details,
cruise.
Stan? Like, do we know anything
This
else?
this is like the first. He's not even
Confirmed
It's not
yet.
even confirmed. They're just
good.
this is just the talk now. But they really, like I said, the heads at Warner Brother, they want an A-list actor, of
Yeah.
course. And the other thing was like Tom Cruise has not been in any superhero movies.
That's the biggest
so that's,
deal.
I think that's probably that's probably the one. He's a big name. He's an action star, and he's not associated with any other any other superheroes,
Yeah.
really. So
he's not just a big name, and he's like the A-list of the A-list.
Sure.
Besides sort of the crappy Mummy movie.
Right.
He did.
Yeah. I mean, he has some bad movies, but he tends to.
It's kind of and the way they're talking about setting it up, it's going to be a big action extravaganza. So it kind of makes sense that Tom Cruise would be the guy.
Yeah.
And it's also they're also talking about focusing on the other 2 Green Lanterns. So there was Hal Jordan, and then we had Guy Gardner, and then Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart was the black man that was he was the Green Lantern.
Okay.
So, but no words on castings or anything like that.
All right.
Just the director was the director on Mission Impossible. So he's already keen on it.
Yeah, they already got
Henry
that.
Cavill even said he'd love to work with Tom Cruise in the DC universe. So
that'd be cool.
It's all everything's.
I want to see them touch each other.
Sure.
Again.
Sure.
He's my Idris.
There we go. Yeah. So in another bit of DC news, kind of the other spectrum here, we're going to the DC Online, one of their first originals, the Doom Patrol television show.
Okay.
Interesting.
So we got some details on that. So originally, the Doom Patrol is kind of a group of misfits, and they have to come together under the guidance of a bigger misfit in a wheelchair.
Okay.
It's very, very, very similar to
X-Men much?
a certain Marvel property. So that's the sort of the gist of the Doom Patrol. The big news here is they've cast the first Purge, Jovian Wade, and he's going to be playing Victor Stone, aka the Cyborg, in the streaming series.
Okay.
And one of the things I think this is one that they're. The DCs they're not trying to connect all their worlds. They're just kind of throwing them out there. So we have the movie Cyborg, and now we're gonna have he's gonna be the TV Cyborg. So
okay,
and he's kind of gonna be the catalyst for this this group. This is gonna kind of be the Doom Patrol is gonna kind of be his the Cyborg's group.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not in the comics, but whatever.
Do we know which came first? Doom Patrol or X-Men?
Doom Patrol actually came first.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so there's that. Anyway, but it's looking good, and we're coming in.
Yeah.
Wade is he's an English actor. He's been in mostly like British television. He was in a couple episodes of Doctor Who.
Okay.
BBC. TV films.
He's very adorable.
He's a cute kid.
Yeah, I didn't watch the first Purge, so I don't recognize him.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Like I said, I think it's mostly like BBC stuff, and then I think the first Purge is like
he's
some
British.
Of his
Are you
movies.
saying he's British?
He is British.
How old is he in real life?
He does look young.
He looks really young.
Say.
He is very.
But they're looking for 2009
young-looking.
for Doom Patrol to make his debut. I mean, 2019. Sorry.
I was like, wait, it is 2020.
We're really behind.
Yeah, that and have you decided whether or not you're getting that DC?
You know what? I'm gonna have to like let it roll and see what happens.
You gotta see how it goes.
Are you gonna offer enough original content that's gonna make me want to?
I mean, like on paper, Doom Patrol sounds cool, but I don't know.
Right.
And these other the other shows are I don't know.
Disney already sold me once they announced Star Wars Clone Wars final season. I was like, all right, you can take all.
But
the money
DC's have a lot of stinkers, you know.
Yeah,
it's just been like one after the other. It's
if they can turn it around. Plus, I mean, the television is it's decent.
Better maybe than the movies.
I think they're what they did is what Marvel tried to do with their TV stuff, and it worked out a little better for DC. So I don't know. Who knows?
Marvel's Netflix stuff though is excellent. It's so good.
Iron Fist was.
I'm thinking Daredevil. I'm thinking Jessica Jones.
Like it's really Jessica Jones, Nick Cage, and Daredevil.
Luke Cage is my favorite.
You like went to the least known.
Right.
I love Daredevil.
All right, Jess, what's your bit of news?
So my news is about the live action Lady and the Tramp movie. So cute. Just a little fun fact about my family. We've only owned Cocker Spaniels. Those are the only kind of dog we've ever owned. And I don't like to say owned because that sounds awful because it's an animal. But it's the only kind of dog we've ever had as a pet.
Cohabitated
with.
Tamed.
Befriended.
Tamed.
Forcibly befriended.
Enslaved.
Yeah, enslaved. So, so anyway, there's going to be a live action movie. And Tessa Thompson is going to play Lady. Oh,
nice.
So cute.
She's so cute.
Yes, and this is after she is like very, very hot right now. I mean, she's in like every big movie. She was just in Sorry to Bother You. She was in Annihilation. She's in Creed. She's killing it,
and she's going to be in Creed 2.
Yep.
Yeah, she's in a lot of dramas too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good for her.
Yep. So it's a live action CG hybrid remake. And the actor Benedict Wong from Doctor Strange is going to voice Bull, an English bulldog.
Nice.
The actor Justin Theroux is going to be the voice of the Tramp.
He's the Tramp. Oh, okay.
So, so the original of this movie, I don't know if you guys knew this, but it's from 1955. It is a very, very old movie.
No kidding.
And
it still looks good.
It still holds up in my heart. It's just like you with 101 Dalmatians. I know how much you love that movie.
Too many Dalmatians.
Yeah, so it's about a female American Cocker Spaniel named Lady who lives with a refined upper middle class family and a male stray mongrel known as the Tramp. They meet and they embark on a romantic adventure with the iconic spaghetti kiss.
Yeah. So I always
so cute.
I always mix up who's Lady and who's Tramp.
Lady is the
I know. But I think mostly just because if you ever hear the word tramp, I feel like people don't generally call men tramps.
Not anymore.
Right?
It used to be a thing in the 50s.
Right, okay.
Tramp just meant a homeless person.
Yeah.
Homeless? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere along the line.
It's when the word hobo was okay.
Yeah.
Hobo, tramp, and
tramp.
Somewhere it switched. Somewhere it became something else.
Yeah.
Who's gonna play the Siamese cats? Oh. Anyway, so I'm really excited about this. Charlie Bean from the Lego Ninjago movie, which I didn't really hear good things about, is directing. The script is from this guy Andrew Bujalski, and Brigham Taylor is producing the film, and it's expected to be released
21.
Oh, it'll be exclusive to Disney's streaming service once it launches in late 2019.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's not going to theaters.
That's weird.
No.
That is weird.
Very.
But also
it's pretty ballsy.
Well, also, like, does it not sound weird to have this hybrid thing?
CGI. You know? It's like the Jungle Book.
I was imagining like Garfield. You remember?
Yeah.
Why would you pick the worst one? The worst hybrid film? You know what would be really cool? I wish they did more things like Who Framed Roger Rabbit with the 2D.
Yeah.
Right.
I missed that. That's what was really fun.
I think it's more. I think it's just that everybody's like, well, let's just do it on a computer.
Yeah.
Somebody has to like sit down and say, let's animate.
I nominate my dog as the Cocker Spaniel, even though he's a boy. You'll never know.
They're just going to CGI it. How is they going to get the spaghetti kiss scene?
Oh, I don't know.
Train him.
Like
so much work.
Yeah.
We'll
cool. I like Tessa Thompson as the voice. I think
and Justin Theroux will be good as the Tramp.
Sure.
Too.
What is Justin Theroux in?
Everything. My God, he's in everything.
What?
And there's just Spy Kids.
He wrote episodes for The Office. Very cool.
He was dating. Oh yeah, Parks and Rec. He was dating Jennifer Aniston for a long time.
Okay.
He's the bad guy in. Is it the second? I think it's the second Charlie's Angel.
And
Charlie's
Zoolander.
Angel. He's in Zoolanders. Yeah. I can't think of the Leftovers.
Okay. All right, so he's done a lot of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's known.
He's known. All right, let's move on to our next segment. Coming soon now with Post Tomatoes, which always comes before
Pre-tomatoes.
You snuck in. So every week we talk about the newest film or television shows that are coming out. We assign what we think the Rotten Tomato score is going to be, and then we take a look at them the following week.
We did really well.
Let's start off with Slenderman, or Slenderman as it's known here at
Slenderman.
We thought it was going to be a 28.
Wow.
And holy crap.
12.
We were
optimistic. I kind of thought it would be
usually
that bad.
I think we were generous in giving it a 28.
We were.
I kind of want to see it though.
I still want to see it.
You want to see it because of the score?
Because of the score.
There's something to be said about like crappy horror movies are still fun to watch.
Sure.
So whatever.
Like
I wouldn't go now. I'd wait. At least if I was going to go to see the movie, I'd wait until like the.
Or not even like wait till it gets on Netflix.
Or Netflix.
It's like the only thing available on Movie Pass right now because they keep putting restrictions. So every theater I can watch Slenderman.
Damn it, Movie Man.
Let's go see
Movie Pass.
Movie Pass.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to make it one of my 3 movies this month.
Sure.
Sorry.
You're on a budget now.
Movie Pass, we're on a budget.
3 movies
still
per
better.
month.
It's still $3 a movie.
Movie Pass.
Still pretty good.
Cutting down on my movies.
The Meg, we thought was going to get a flat 50. It's a 48. That's
Okay.
good.
We're pretty damn close.
That's a win.
All right.
You call that a win?
Yeah.
That's close enough.
Our last producer is he's a blogger of films. He gets like to see pre-screenings and stuff, and he said he would have given it a B or a C.
Yeah.
I thought he enjoyed it.
I think it's
written by the same people that did Jaws.
It was the guy that wrote the book Jaws. He wrote Meg.
Maybe not the same screenwriter.
I don't know about the same screenwriter. And certainly not Spielberg. So
right.
It would have been much. It would have gotten a much higher score if it was Spielberg.
I'm pretty sure it would.
I like the Megalodon movie deserves a 50. I don't know.
Sure.
I also didn't see it, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
It looks like if you just like want a crappy action movie that like would be fun to watch,
Something
that's fine.
campy.
Yeah.
There's always a shark movie. Every year there's a shark movie.
I know.
Sure.
Because sharks are
Sharknadoes?
fucking horrifying.
I think if I'm not mistaken, the last Sharknado comes out next week, and I think it's called Sharknado.
Lord.
It's finally the last movie. I think
That's literally called Finally the Last Movie.
Yeah, something like that.
Even they're tired.
They're tired. But I think it's so
boy.
good that they use that as the subtitle
It's
for that.
finally over.
It's finally over.
We're finally done.
And lastly,
gonna be
BlacKkKlansman, BlacKkKlansman, 87%. It ended up getting 97.
Damn.
I think we're close enough. Honestly.
I think it's
That's
worthy
not
of that
bad.
97, guys. I
I'm
have to
pretty
say.
It makes me
Still wanna see
happy
it.
that it's 10% above what we thought.
Sure.
Yep,
Now
it's
I'm even more
worthy.
hyped.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
I will hype it up all day. Go see it.
We're gonna do a non-spoiler review here later on.
Yeah.
So,
Sweet.
Basically selling you on the fact that you need to watch this film.
Oh my god, you have to. And if you're white, you really need to watch it.
It's true.
Just saying.
This movie, should be tailored more for non-people, non-color, non-people of color.
Yep.
Non-people.
It's for whites. It's for whites. For you whiteys, all you whiteys out there.
It's just an important thing for people who are white to
We'll talk
watch.
about it when we talk to it.
Okay.
Coming soon now with Pre-Tomatoes, which always comes after
Post-Tomatoes.
That's right. So now we're going to talk about the film and our television shows that are coming out this week that are, we think, of importance, and assign our Rotten Tomato scores. So what are they this week? We got. That's right, new producer. Thank you very much, producer over there.
Thank you.
For
Thank
producing.
you.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
We got the Mackie Mac.
We got the Mackie Mac with Mile 22. No, that wasn't supposed to. I wasn't being glib. You're doing great.
I'm never glib when I say things like that.
I don't even know what glib means.
That's how not glib I am.
It's very like sarcastic.
Just sarcastic, tongue in cheek. So Marky Mark with his movie Mile 22.
Okay.
That comes out this week tonight, actually.
Okay.
Tonight.
We got Disenchantment, the new show by Matt Groening. Graining, like rain.
Like rain.
Like
yeah.
rain.
Graining.
Yes.
Grain.
Matt Groening, that comes out on Netflix this week. And Crazy Rich Asians, which drops tonight. I'm already seeing a lot of the reviews. I'm not seeing any Mile 22 reviews on my Facebook, but Crazy Rich Asians, everyone's talking about.
That's when everyone's like, wait, because it was a book, right?
It's based on a book.
Based on a book, and not only that, it's the first film in Hollywood ever, or in a very long time, that is a full Asian cast. So it's kind of a big deal right now.
Yep, that is a big deal sad.
One of my favorite posts was from this girl that I'm friends with on Facebook who's Asian, saying like, "Hey guys, I'm so busy today, but can you white people go watch this movie for me?" or something like that. Like, go spend a movie ticket on watching.
It's like it's ridiculous that this has not been done before. Like what? And it's just
they never do it for white people, so
right. Jeez.
It's just like it's just upsetting. It's just upsetting how backwards things are sometimes, you know. But I'm glad this is coming out.
Yeah,
That's
America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mile 22,
America.
the most patriotic of these films.
I don't even really know what it's about. It's just Marky Mark, and he's running around
he's
with
holding
a gun. The dude.
I mean,
The dude from the Raid movies. I don't know if you've seen those ones.
I have not.
They're pretty spectacularly badass.
This looks like every time I watch the trailer, I just think of the video game The Division.
Yeah,
it just looks like that. Basically, a game with dudes with guns. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's any one of those games. Honestly,
He's pretty good at action movies. I mean, I don't know.
The action movie that comes to mind is the one with him and Will Ferrell. It was a buddy comedy. What was that one?
It was like
The Other Guys.
Other Guys.
Oh, is that even him?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
it is
it
him,
was.
right? Yeah.
That movie's hilarious. I love
it. Was a good
with
movie,
Will
actually.
Ferrell. Like, I don't even care how bad it is. I loved that novella movie that he did where he speaks Spanish the entire movie. Oh, that movie was
That's the
great.
Will Ferrell one, not
Will
Warburton's.
Ferrell.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I actually like
it. Has like
should have been in that
it
one.
actually has like that guy, that really hot Latin guy. I think it has either Gael Garcia
Dylan.
Bernal
Down.
or the other guy.
Dylan.
And Diego Luna.
Diego Luna.
Yeah.
It's so good. Anyway.
Cool. So Mile 22. What are you guys thinking?
I don't know.
What's our rating here?
I still don't know what it's about.
Well, here's the thing. We
Besides
watched like
Marky
2 or 3
Marky.
trailers, and we still can't even
we're
really.
just like it's the guy. They're gonna be a big fight because that guy's a big in his Malaysian movies. He's a
right.
badass.
Yes. I remember that.
So I'm expecting something along those lines by just simply casting him.
He's a crazy ripped Asian.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll be doing stand up
Nice
this weekend.
pun. Nice pun.
I'm
I was like, no, he's got big muscles. He's
got big old muscles. I'm thinking
Low.
like a little lower, like 60.
No,
I
even
should-
lower.
I
I
would
think
even-
that's
Little
stretching
lower.
it, pushing it.
Yeah.
I'd
I'm gonna
with
go with like
50.
47 or
Okay.
46.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm
Are we
gonna
okay?
say low 40s.
Low 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
45.
43.
Middle.
Connor, can you write
45.
this down for us? That'd be awesome.
Thank you, Connor.
Thank you.
We heart you.
Mile 22.
Mile
What do we
22,
decide?
45.
45. I'm okay with that.
45.
Okay.
Cool.
I feel like we keep aiming high, so we got to bring it down.
We gotta. That's what I'm
thinking-
saying. You guys
Yeah.
wanted 50. I wanted lower.
0.
12.
It's one score.
0.2.
Yeah. Okay. 45. I think.
Disenchantment. I think it's gonna do well.
Yeah,
I think so.
I actually never
Looks
watched the full trailer. I just
interesting.
watched the teaser.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get like maybe a high 70s, low 80s, maybe.
So yeah, so for those of you that don't know, this is the first original by Matt Groening in like a couple decades. Is that true? 2 decades.
2 decades.
And
Holy
basically, it's a
crap.
fantasy story. It looks all D&D like, and it's on Netflix original. It looks very good.
It does.
From what I've seen.
It looks funny.
And I purposefully just I'm just gonna miss the full trailer of it because I just want to watch
Just
it.
watch
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Watch it.
Work.
Yeah.
That should be your chosen assigned viewing.
Maybe that's the chosen assigned viewing. That's a good point. Or Crazy Rich Asians. No.
Or Crazy Rich
Probably not.
Asians.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What did you think the number was gonna be?
Like low 80s, high 70s, maybe. I don't know. What do you think? That's too low, or
It's hard to say, right? Because
I wouldn't. I'd feel comfortable with an 85.
Yeah.
I think just on the pedigree. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on
Futurama
it's on
It's
Netflix.
fantastic.
It's on Netflix, like for Netflix.
It's true.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think there's any. They don't have anything like restriction wise. I mean, like it's Fox or it's ABC. You know?
right.
Right.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
point.
So
They can do
I don't know.
whatever
I
the hell
think
they
it
want.
could be pretty good actually.
Yeah.
85 sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Actually. I'm
Yep.
okay with
I'd
that.
say 85.
so
Are you thinking
tomato?
higher?
That's what I
Okay,
said.
okay. Cool,
85
cool.
was my number.
Oh, sorry. And crazy ripped Asians.
Crazy ripped Asians.
I mean, he looks
So
ripped.
buff.
Yeah,
He
so
does
buff.
look ripped.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
He's busting out of that.
He
suit
looks like he
jacket.
does a lot of like facials and just
Yeah.
has like nice skin.
That's not.
Like he just looks well taken care of.
It's
Yeah,
very like
yeah.
stereotypical,
Who's
like
who's
hot
the
Asian
who's
guy.
the girl?
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I know
It's
that the
not-
guy from Silicon Valley's in it, and that's it. That's the
Oh.
only person I know.
I'm interested.
She's not. She's not the comic. There's like that because there's one. Her name's Ali Wong.
That's not Ali Wong.
That's not her. Okay, it's the it's the
Yeah.
one that's on. I'm
She's
sorry.
pretty sure it's not Ali Wong.
Definitely not Ali Wong.
Well, it's the girl that's
I just
on
love Ali
Fresh
Wong.
Off the Boat. Then
the
mom?
I don't know her name.
I
Yeah.
think it's
Idris Elba.
It should
In
be.
In makeup.
disguise. He's so good.
But he could do it. He could.
if you want to
He's
listen,
that
I don't
talented.
remember his name. I'm sorry, but the guy from Silicon Valley who plays the roommate, he's in this movie, and I'm trying to remember what podcast it was, but I think he was on. It was either Whiting Wong's with Jessica Gao and Dan Harmon. They have a podcast. It's very good. It's all about basically like white people in writing and how it's super racist, which is why it's called White On. And then, or it was the podcast with Jamie. What's the test for females in film?
Oh, Bechdel test.
It might be the Bechdel test, which is a Bechdel cast. I think is the name of the podcast. I can't remember which one he was in, but it was really good actually. So I really like this actor.
Cool.
He talks a lot about Asian, or specifically, I believe, Chinese accents in film and how it's evolved over time.
Yeah.
And how like different actors feel about it too.
Interesting.
Doing
Constance Wu. That's what I thought.
That's the name of the girl.
That's the girl. Yes.
Constance Wu.
Very cool. Did we decide on a score? We didn't.
No, I think it's gonna do well.
I think so too.
It's
It's
got a
based
lot of
on a
hype.
book, which is always hit or miss. But apparently the book's like really popular.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like same as the other one, like an 85.
I'm going 70.
Okay.
The trailer didn't really
do it for you.
How about 75?
75. Did you guys watch You watched the trailer?
I see.
I the people that I know that there's people like waiting for it. So I don't know if that's because they read the book. And they're like, I want to go see it because I read the book and the book's great.
Gotcha.
So I don't know the movie. I don't know. I mean I'm good with.
It looks very colorful. It looks like an Indian.
Yeah,
like very Hollywood, huh?
The palette, color palette. Yeah,
very pretty.
I mean,
I like it.
I'd be
it's another Asian, all right.
75, 80.
I mean, technically, yes.
Yes, technically, yes.
Technically,
what score are you thinking?
I want to go a little higher because there's a lot of hype about this movie.
Yeah.
Think so?
Like,
Okay.
Everybody in Deeper Truths was super excited about it.
Okay.
Well, I'm biased.
Deep Truths, I think, is the name of the show.
Oh,
Am I wrong? I think it's Deep
were we
Truths.
joking? We were joking that day about going deeper.
Yeah. We have another show on our channel here called Deep Truths. It's a book. It's a book show, right? It's what did you guys do?
No, it's a book club.
Yeah, book club. Yes. What did you guys read?
Sink, An Old Man's Tale.
Ooh.
It was free on Amazon.
Was it about sinkholes?
It was about sinkholes, and
Nice.
I don't want to ruin the surprise, but it was free on Amazon.
So read it. Go watch her show. Well, that she was on at least about sinkholes.
Nice.
Well, not the whole show is about
yeah.
sinkholes.
So
That'd be great if we did
that'd
a
be
whole show
so-
about sinkholes.
I would eventually love to read Crazy Rich Asians because it sounded super good.
It does seem really cool.
I'm going to say
I'm
higher
interested.
school.
I
Yeah,
say
like I said, the only thing I know is the people that have read it, and they
Like, they
everyone that's read it
love it.
loved it.
Yeah.
I say let's land on an 80 then.
Okay.
80.
That
I'm a
works.
book
80.
nerd. I always...
I'm
Do it.
still.
I feel
I'm calling it
optimistic.
here. You're wrong. Lower. It's gonna be lower.
The only Asian at the table says that it's a lower score. What is that?
Which means I have a more realistic take on the number. My family's East Asian. Anyways, let's move on to the review section of Screen Source. So, what do we got going on for our reviews? That's right. He'll catch on. That's fine. All right. So we're in our "What are you watching?" segment, and it's pretty simple. What are you guys watching this week? So we'll each kind of choose something. I know Jessica has something lined up. If you want to kick it off, you can.
Sure.
Cool.
So on last Wednesday, I went to go see 8th Grade, and it was playing in theaters throughout the country for free for one night.
Spoiler free.
And it was Bo Burnham wanted all age groups to be able to see this, so he took the rating off on that night. And so I decided to go, and it was so delightful. I mean, you guys should really go see it. It made me feel all the things. It'll make you feel all the things. It made me cry. And I love that actress. I mean, I can't believe that this is her first role, right?
I don't know.
I think it is. I think this is her first movie that she did. She is phenomenal, and she just makes you feel like, 8th grade does suck. We've all been through it. It's terrible, and she really kind of like, it just brings you back to that moment of being in 8th grade and just being like, oh my god, this sucks so much. Yeah, she's great.
So if you haven't seen Bo Burnham, he's a stand-up. He's a savant stand-up. He's in his I think mid to late 20s, and he's been killing it. He comes from YouTube actually. If you want to bring it back to that last slide, because we'll go back to it eventually.
His specials on Netflix.
Yeah, he has several
He's got a couple,
specials. He's really good. So what I'm surprised by is that he wrote and directed this film. It's his first time doing all of that, and he's making a film that I think it's in the high 90s for Rotten Tomato scores.
Wow.
It's
doing
killing
really
it right now. Also, what did we discover before? It was at one point it was the highest grossing film theater for theater
per screen,
per capita, basically per screen of the year at least. And what did you think about a man in his late 20s making a film about a female in 8th grade? Did that translate? Like how did that work?
Oh my God, it was so well done. I just can't even describe how happy it made me. And I don't understand how that translated. Like you said, I don't understand how he was able to capture it so well, but he really was. And it just, I feel like her struggles are like something that every single person can relate to.
And it's a rated R film, but he opened it up for like, and you said there were actually like kids in the theater.
Oh yeah, so many people who looked like they were in 8th grade themselves.
Can I just, is it language? What's the R for? I mean, is there like sexual content?
Sure,
or anything?
there's not really like sexual content. There's like some language and like some like lewd, suggestive things, but not like anything that you actually.
This is what I mean. I was like surprising that it's like I just wondered about the R rating.
Yeah,
because
I'd say it's mostly language and like some suggestive
that's what I figured.
stuff, but it's not like anything too crazy.
It's something that like an 8th grader would be.
Yeah.
That's actually I mean, because you've spoken so highly of it, and like I've been reading like the reviews of it too, and like people are like comparing it to like it's this decade's a Breakfast Club, or this decade's what other movies were they? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said this is something.
Yeah. It's very spoken very highly of. I wonder if you could have like removed a few things, made it PG-13, and so more people could have seen this.
But then it would have taken away from it. It's really good. I highly recommend it.
The hope is that parents will allow their kids to watch it.
Yeah, they should.
Well, it's the same with just in that aspect. I think it was Bowling for Columbine. It was R, but I know there was I worked in a theater at the time, movie theater, and like I'd let people go, like kids or whatever. Just was like, no, go see it. It's fine.
That's awesome.
It's fine.
I would say it's very much like a younger Lady Bird. If anybody's seen the movie Lady Bird, it's a very much like a younger version.
That's a great
of that,
film,
which is great. Also, love it.
Sweet.
So, yeah,
nice.
Does anybody else want to go next?
I'll go.
Okay, cool.
So, I just finished binge watching. I go through seasons where I just binge watch. I finished binge watching Steven Universe recently. I think we were talking about that.
Love it. How long? How many seasons is it?
4.
How many episodes a season?
The first season had like, I want to say 53.
Ooh. Yeah.
And then the other ones, it was like a lot less because we went through them a lot. They're pretty quick.
They're like 10-15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
So
but
you can breeze
53,
right? That's still a lot.
Is insane.
It was a lot. It was kind of fun. Me, my best friend, and my husband just binge watched it. That was like our show. So it was fun, and like we became obsessed with it. So that's what I was obsessed with for the last.
Is it still running?
Yeah, I don't know when it's coming back on. They're on hiatus right now.
Cartoon Network. Gotcha.
It's one of the only good things on there.
They are doing. They're doing a Steven Universe movie. We've reported that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Cool.
I don't know, but that you don't know if that's like the cap off or if they're going to keep going.
I have no clue. No clue.
What you do know is that you loved it.
I loved it. We just finished it. Yeah, go watch that.
Okay.
Sweet.
Whenever I do like big binges, it sounds like I have a problem. I just like Netflix.
You weren't binge drinking, so I think you're okay.
Or binge eating.
I just like to watch shows more than movies lately. That's probably a good thing for Screen Source.
I've been like that too, though. Honestly,
yeah, it's just easier because it's so bite-sized.
Yeah.
You know?
Not only that, like I get especially if I like it, I get more of it now.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
but there is which makes me think about like how much, I don't know if it's more difficult, but it seems like it's that much more difficult to make a film because you have so much that you want to say and you have so limited time.
Yeah. Right.
And whereas a show, you can fucking draw that shit out.
I think that's why I like shows. Yeah. You get to like look forward to it. Movies go too fast.
I wouldn't be able to choose, honestly. If I had to choose between TV show, between a series and between movies, I couldn't do it. I actually I did this like this or that kind of test, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't choose because I just think they're both.
I would go
wonderful.
series right away. Would you go series?
I would go series, but like when I want to see a movie, it just hits the spot.
Right?
You know? Like
Right?
it's usually like a special occasion as movies.
Yeah.
Series
It's
is
like,
just
well,
like
it's like
if you had to choose series or
well,
movies.
it's like to me, it's like literature. Like you got novels, right? That
Yeah.
pack in everything. Then you got
Then you have
things.
short
You got like
stories.
short stories, you got
Comic books.
poems. Even poems is like getting rid of all of that and just chalking it down to
Condensing.
little. You know, like
Exactly.
I think they're all different enough experiences.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's the one hand, there's series that's like just a regular sitcom. Okay, then you have things like Netflix shows that are like they're almost like 10-hour movies. Little like
Honestly.
over 10.
Stranger
10
Things is
episodes.
definitely
Oh
a
my
10-hour
God.
movie.
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
know?
Yes.
distracted. Your hat is so dope. I'm so into that
you.
hat, dude.
I like it.
appreciate
know.
it.
I don't know
completes
anybody
the
that wears
look.
hats like that anymore.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You're
I
killing
got
it
at
right
State
now,
Fair,
Stan.
so-
You're
You
killing
went to a
it.
state
Team
fair?
Rocket.
I got
that is
that,
something
yeah.
you would get at a state
Yeah,
fair.
I was like, I got
Is it going on right now?
No,
is it-
September.
Gotcha,
And by
gotcha.
the way, the bucket hats are making a comeback, guys. The 90s are so in right now. Early 2000s.
I
Who
never
am I thinking
stopped
of?
wearing bucket
Quasimodo. Do you guys
hats.
remember that guy from the 90s? Or maybe early
Wait,
2000s?
what?
Quasimodo. He was like a hip hop producer. No,
Oh.
He was like a pop.
Oh yeah.
I remember.
He was a
remember
pop
that
producer.
Quasimodo.
You guys would recognize his music if
Okay.
you heard it.
Okay.
I'd have to hear
Yeah,
it.
he was the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
And
but
he was
sure.
in
Yeah.
and yes.
Was it
That was
Bells,
in the
Dylan? Was
But
his
if
music
you-
early
Bells?
career.
If you had to choose like between watching series or films,
I'd go with films.
You go with
'cause I'm a
films?
movie guy.
You are a movie guy.
I'm a movie guy all
That's
the way.
fair,
I mean,
see?
it's not, but it's not like I don't like films.
you
or
hate
series
TV
and-
shows. Is what you're saying?
I can't.
I get it.
I can't do it. I don't even have a
All
TV.
right.
Speaking of
Don't beat
movies,
him
I'll
up
go
about
next.
it.
BlacKkKlansman. I know you want to talk about it, so we can talk about it a little bit. We watched it this weekend with a bunch of friends, actually, like last minute. We just sent out a bunch of feelers, and actually everybody wanted to see this film,
Yeah.
which is very cool.
I
Spike Lee.
had something else going on. I wanted to see it.
No excuses.
Same.
No excuses. Yeah, Spike Lee directed. I don't know if he wrote or produced.
I don't think. I don't. I'm sure he produced. I don't know if he wrote any.
Jordan Peele
Oh,
was.
no,
I think
yeah,
he's probably
that's
one
right.
of the producers.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele. Yes, which I can see, especially with the content that it was
Yes.
talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
But yeah, again, we won't go into spoilers, but we will say, or I will say, that the movie is super charming, and
Oh
it's
my
right
gosh,
off the
yeah.
bat super charming. It's
Yeah.
about this black guy in probably his mid-20s.
No, I'd say
what's-
early.
what's
Early
late
30s?
Early 30s.
What's the time
probably.
period? Is it
70s.
It's the
Oh, it's
70s,
70s.
Which
Okay.
is the best.
And Spike Lee really
because many
drills it
discuss-
into the ground that this is in the 70s.
Nice.
He's got, everybody's got the big afros.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
touching
The
them all the time.
costumes.
The costumes are beautiful.
Their necklaces are like the what are they called? The combs for the fros? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
A pick.
Pick.
Yeah, the pick.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Nice.
so cool.
Hell yeah.
So dope.
Yeah, there's like a
Love it.
gold one. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
really
god.
Love the color palette.
And they have like, like the music from the 70s, which is amazing. They have like all
Right.
their clothing they got from like 2 vintage stores in New York, one of which I've been to, which is really cool.
Nice.
Very
Yeah.
fun thing about this is that it's based off of a book, which is based off of a true story of a detective that was in the Colorado Police Department, Colorado Springs. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a detective. He's black. It was in the 70s, and it was when there were no other black people
Cops.
Yeah.
in the police force.
Yeah.
And he got moved up to detective because he started looking into the KKK, which at the time people were unsure about what it was. And in Colorado, it was this up and coming thing, and this guy wanted to look into it, and so it's all about his kind of behind the scenes look into being a KKK member as a black man, and how does that work? Well, you'll find out in the film that that he has like when he
has, like, a
physically
proxy.
when he physically needs to be there. He has a proxy. It's played by
Adam Driver.
It's very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And I will say my favorite scene, which I won't spoil. It's not even a spoiler. It's just a dancing scene with music.
Cool.
It's very Soul Train-esque.
I started crying.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn good. It was
Nice.
so
Oh
well
my
shot,
God. Yeah.
and the
God.
music was perfect. And I grew up watching Soul Train. Like
Nice.
every
Yep.
weekend I watch Soul Train.
Yep.
I know this little Japanese Mexican boy doesn't look like it.
You know
but
what?
I was all about that.
I could
shit.
watch Soul Train all day. Specifically,
Connor.
specifically Rosie Perez. I could watch her do Soul Train all day. You guys should just look up videos. Like,
Yeah.
Cool.
Remember that.
it's so fun.
Cool.
So
That's
it's
exciting.
again he really hits the nail on the head. He's like, this is the goddamn 70s, and this is what it
Yeah.
was like. And he nails it. It's so good. And also, if you like ending scenes for, or like almost, it's almost like a mid-credit scene for like Marvel films. This, it turns out this movie's in the MCU. No, but if you think those hit you hard, wait till the one in BlacKkKlansman. We were all speechless, like genuinely speechless in the theater. He's hitting home a point in this movie, and it's a must watch. I'd say.
It's just like thinking about the fact that these issues were such a big deal during the Black Power movement in the 70s, and then it's just coming full circle now with Charlottesville, the year anniversary of Charlottesville, and just like all the shootings of, you know, people of color by cops, and like it's just awful.
I know it sounds daunting, but again, it's super charming and it's really funny.
Oh my gosh, it's a great movie. And I think that it has so much value as a movie, but its message is so important, and it's something that everyone of every race, ethnicity, and gender identity and everything should watch this. It's just so important,
especially if you're white and straight. Anyways, what are you watching, Stanley?
If you're a cishet,
I'm gonna go watch that.
White person, you should watch it.
Especially I love Spike Lee.
Yeah,
I really do. One thing I did watch. It's funny. I've been watching like this stuff we're supposed to watch. I did see. So there's two things. I saw the You Were Never Really Here.
Ooh,
that's pretty good.
So good.
I really dug it. And we already kind of talked about it, so I was like, oh. But I will say this.
Did you love it?
I would have. That's one of the few movies. Like I would have enjoyed a little more, maybe backstory or a little something about Joaquin's his character.
Yeah.
Other than that, I did love it. I loved everything. But like that, like I think it was one of the few times we could have used something.
Sure.
Because it was one of those. It's one of those things that kind of it was about the mystery.
Yeah, it is a lot about the mystery.
Yeah. So I mean, I get that, but I could have used just a little, maybe to connect with him just a little more. Maybe, you know,
more of that movie would be wonderful. I would love that.
Yeah. I mean, but I mean, not that it takes away from what it is, or that I didn't like it like that. But I was like, you know, I could have used a flashback or something.
In a lot of ways, honestly, you know? Like I'm starting to, like, the more I think about that movie, it is like on a pedestal for films for me. Like I don't know what it is.
But it's much more plot driven. You're right, than it is like character driven.
Right.
Which I think, Dylan, you tend to be okay with that.
I think backwards. I actually think it's more character driven than plot driven.
Really?
In that it's focusing on like his emotions and what he is experienced and has experienced.
Yeah, but there's not a whole lot of, it's like what Stan's saying, there's not a whole lot of like background into we don't really
it's all about the present moment.
Right.
That's what it is. Even though we don't know a lot about his past, we know a lot about his present.
It's phenomenal. It's such a good movie.
I mean, I dig that, and I like that aesthetic. It's just I think it's just a movie thing. Like I think I would have enjoyed a way to connect with him maybe a little more, or to sympathize with him, whatever. Because we never really get. And I'm sure that's very deliberate. We never really.
Yeah.
But we could get little glimpses of something that kind of get his character. That was my only.
It'd be cool as a comic book.
Oh, it would be. Yeah. And the other thing is I talked about this before, and I wanted to mention, because I watch a lot of like YouTube things. So one YouTube show I watch a lot is it's called Binging with Babish.
Oh,
you guys ever heard of that one?
No.
Love him.
Binging with
We're
Babish.
getting a nod from our producer.
Binging with Babish is basically it's this guy. He made up this character.
He's not real.
He calls himself Babish, but it's not his real. But that's his. So his deal is he watches. I know, right? His deal is he watches movies, certain movies that have like a dish or some kind of food product or food. There's a food.
He watches movies where food is a part of the story,
and then he goes and either breaks the recipe down. So it's basically a cooking show.
Very cool.
So he breaks. So I know he does the prison sauce from Goodfellas.
What?
And he goes through the whole. You know, you get the San Marzano tomatoes and no. Well, in the Goodfellas, the prison.
Spicy tamale.
Spicy tamale.
I look like a lady, but I'm really a tramp.
Yeah, Yeah, so he, and you know, that's the one where he's cutting the garlic with the razor blade in Goodfellas. He makes that sauce. There's a lot now. I mean, I started watching when he was just starting out, and it's been a couple of years. So there's like so many episodes.
That's
and
sandwich from Adventure Time.
It's almost like you can just go in his little database or his little thing and just look up. It's all the different. I know he does one from. He even does one from Breath of the Wild, the Zelda video game. He covers every. There's some from animes.
He did one from Bob.
I was gonna say for anime you could do a million.
He did. He does a couple. I can't remember the names, but I know there's a couple animes.
I find it interesting that in anime they focus so much on food,
right?
and in like
it's
American
really
animation,
beautiful to animate.
And in American animation though they don't care about it as much.
They're like,
you know what I mean? Like it
costs money to animate. Why waste money animating that?
So why waste money on this beautiful shirt?
It's so cool.
This was actually something I borrowed from my new roommate.
Nice.
So shout out to
It looks like the game Sushi Go.
Yeah.
That's exactly what everybody said. No, she told me to
so
wear this.
I'm sorry, say the name of the show one more time.
It's called Binging with Babish.
Binging with Babish.
And actually, he's like blowing up now. He released a cookbook with all these recipes.
He's known.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and he does everything. Like he makes bread. Like
and he does it in character.
Well, it's whatever. Yeah, I think it's him. I think he did it to like he didn't want to like put his name out there. But every interview, it's like, oh, this guy. I think his name's Stephen Ray or something.
Okay.
Like
cool.
But
That's weird. They never show his face though. It's always
it's got this real aesthetic.
It's just like it's very much like an aesthetic.
He narrates it. Yeah.
It reminded me very quickly. Do yourself a favor. Look up bread face on Instagram and elsewhere. It's a woman who smashes her face into various breads.
Nice. That's actually
great.
It's really fucking
so funny.
Quality content.
It's like the weirdest thing ever. It's just so weird.
I could watch it all day. It's just her smashing her face into bread.
Yeah, it's like, why is she doing
that? Yeah,
and she really smashes. She like rolls her whole face into it.
And then the other thing I was thinking of, I think Jessica. Somebody showed me this. What's the other YouTube show? I think his name's like Black Metal Vegan or what's his name?
I forget, but it's like. Black Metal Vegan Chef or something like that.
Black Metal Vegan Chef. Basically, he does these vegan recipes, and he's in full like black metal garb.
Nice.
And
he like chops things with an axe.
Yeah, everything on the set is like it would be like black. There's pentagrams everywhere. There's candles, and he's doing everything at the dark of night.
And there's all like it's so good.
And on top of all of that, he writes his own music. It plays through the entirety of the thing, and he like yells, screams, black metal, like guttural screams the entire recipe for like 12 minutes.
Nice.
Wow.
It's so funny. I could watch it all day.
Dedication.
It's so much dedication.
And I respect it.
Oh, it's all the respect to this guy.
Yeah.
Gotta give it up.
Yeah, I gotta give it up.
That show sounds awesome. I'm gonna like probably go down a YouTube rabbit hole with that.
He's got like it's like 100 episodes now, so I mean it's a fair chunk. It's like it'll keep you busy for a while.
We should start doing YouTube. What do you watch? Because nobody talks about that.
That's true.
And I have a whole different list.
We watched YouTube for like hours last night.
More than Netflix sometimes.
I know,
honestly,
because we like
but nobody talks about it.
We're music lovers, you know, so we just like watch music videos like all night long.
Yeah. What Brockhampton? That's good stuff. Anyways, you asked us to watch the TV show Erased, the live action show Erased. It's a Netflix original, right? Cool. Why did you have us watch this?
Because I liked it.
That's a good
Perfect. Excellent reason.
No, because literally the only people who watched it besides me were my roommate and my husband, so I wanted other humans to talk about it with.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, it's wonderful.
I just thought it was a really interesting thing. We talked a lot about anime last time, so I just was on that Japan kick.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Is it did I didn't get through the whole thing. I'm only
I
watched first two.
Oh, okay. I watched like 5 like right away.
Oh yeah.
And you watched 2.
I watched 2. I would keep going though. I liked it a lot.
I binged through it in like 2 days.
I'm on like 7 or 8 now.
How many episodes are there?
Like
12, I think.
12.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we only watched the first 2.
Okay.
So we'll just go over the first episode really quickly. Basically starts off with this young man who is clearly not good at talking to people, girls, anything. He's probably bad at talking to a wall. And he's a pizza guy. He delivers pizza
on a Vespa.
On a Vespa,
which is really cool.
Like freaking cool hybrid Vespas.
Yeah.
Like huge screens on them, and he's driving down the street and he's talking to himself about like, you know, life is my inspiration for making my mangas. And then he goes through a time warp, and he ends up back like 20 seconds before.
Probably more than that, like a few minutes.
This thing,
a few minutes before, and then he finds out. We kind of find out that he's like a superhero of sorts, and that his superpowers that he could go back in time within 5 minutes.
Right.
And then things kind of
try to fix things.
Yeah, and basically he tries to fix it in that time, and he only gets warped when something bad happens, right?
Yep.
And so by the end of the first episode is when we really get into the crux of the story. Yeah. By the end of the first episode, things go differently for him. There's like a mystery or surrounding murder.
It becomes a murder mystery.
It becomes a murder mystery slash sci-fi slash he's
it's
now
really like a psych thriller to me.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I think I picked it because I was really blown away by the child actors. And the more you get into it, the more you like really see like I thought they were great.
Yeah, I love that little boy. He is so cute.
Adorable. They're all adorable. Yeah, it's got it give me a real Stranger Things feel.
Yeah,
especially because there's when he starts out in the present, or no, it's not even the present. It's like 2006, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is where we start. Is where our present in the show world is. Yeah. And then he goes back to 88.
Yeah. Don't say anything after that.
Okay. But I'm just saying that's where we get the.
By the way,
the kids.
Yeah.
Because that one, because I was like, because it takes a turn.
The kids are way better than.
The kids are kind of better actors.
When they go back to the adult story.
The adult guy,
go back.
He's not very great.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he's really dull too. I would never be friends with this guy.
No. Japanese pizza looks so much better than American pizza. I just have to say, because it's like one chunk of cheese like per slice. It's like a giant chunk. That looks delicious.
Because they don't know how to make pizza.
I know.
This is the most efficient way to do it. Just throw it on and split.
It's all about efficiency in Japan.
There you go.
Jessica brought up that it reminded her of the show, one of our favorite shows on Netflix, Dark, which is also a Netflix original.
Right. Very much also like Stranger Things, but it's German.
It reminded me actually a lot of the video game Persona 5. Which I played a little bit. I've played it. Yeah, like maybe 10 hours, maybe a little less than 10 hours. But do you see what I'm saying? There's like, especially the settings with the school. It's very similar. It makes me just think that all Japanese schools.
I was going to say there's just
they look like hospitals.
It's
not very attractive.
It's very sterile.
Sterile squares.
Their backpacks are awesome though.
Yeah.
All need a backpack like that.
So aesthetic.
Yeah.
Adorable. It's great.
Okay, so you guys it's funny. It actually does keep you guessing. Because like I said, I'm in pretty deep, and I'm like, whoa, okay, because it takes
what is going on
here?
It
takes the turn, the first time it kind of. It's really shifty like that.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, okay.
I'd say I much prefer the story writing over the acting.
Sure.
I don't think all of it's good, but and so it's ruining it a little bit for me.
His
especially
mom
when it
is
goes
too hot and too young to be his mom.
Also, his mom is way too hot.
Yeah.
His mom's too hot.
It's like, come on, lady, you're like not old enough.
Well,
to be his mom.
she seems very, very young.
Yeah.
And they imply, I guess, that she had him young or whatever.
Right. And also, like, Japanese people, they age really well. I don't know if you've seen like an elderly Japanese person. They look great. They probably go on walks.
My mom doesn't look that great.
Your mom looks wonderful.
She does look good.
She looks wonderful. She
I hope she
brings chainsaws into trees to take the branches off, and she's like 50 something. So she's bad.
I did.
Keep it up, Mom.
It's funny. All the artwork for it is anime, but it's live action. But it's based on a manga, correct?
Yeah.
But now,
that makes
so is it?
sense.
So is there an anime?
I think there is.
Is there?
But not on Netflix.
Okay. Because I was wondering about that.
But I know about the manga.
Usually it's manga, then it's an anime, and then it gets the live action.
There is an anime. Yeah. I don't think it's available on
So
Netflix.
has it just gone straight from manga to live action?
I don't think
Which
so.
is interesting. That's an interesting concept, I think.
I think Dylan's looking it up.
I am looking it
You
up.
know the girl in this, the not the little girl, but the adult girl, the girl that works with him at the pizza place. She is so Japanese. It is like so cute. She's always like, oh my god, and like just like really like so
when the mom
animated.
says, "Do you want to come over for dinner?" She's like, "Oh yes, yes."
Mm-hmm.
Saluting.
You need to watch Korean shows. I've been hardcore watching a lot of Korean dramas and just, I don't know, sitcoms, I guess you'd call them, but it's ridiculous. There's always one character who's
really
like,
over the top.
Over the top, and you're like, how do they function in this? like there's this one about
they're
lawyers.
basically cartoons.
Yeah, everybody's like lawyers and so serious, and then this one just comes in super like, hi. And everybody's just kind of like, oh yeah, that's how they are.
Okay.
I actually can attest to this. I grew up near Orange County, where there's a huge Asian community. There was a girl in our friend group in my undergrad who, if she was any less 3D than she was, she would basically just be a cartoon. Like it was like talking to not a person. You know what I mean? Like I don't. That's belittling, but that is honestly what it felt like.
I've had friends like that. Actually.
Very carefully.
Larrabee. I think Larrabee's like a cartoon character.
Nice.
It is Erased is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Kei Sanbei. Now manga just means the comic.
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh, an anime adaptation by A1 aired in Fuji TV programming in 2016, and then a live-action film was released later that year. So
a film? Or not
this? A film was released in March of 2016, and then a drama series was released in 2017. So we're watching the most recent adaptation of this, but there is a film, an animated series, and a manga. So if you want more Erased, you
I'd be that's a rabbit hole I'd go down, because I mean I like this version enough, like I'm gonna watch the rest of it. Depending on how much I like the rest of it, I would go to I would check out the anime.
I guess it's hard to say because we're biased, but would you guys have done it through any of those other mediums prior to this?
I've never done mangas, but I've animes.
You're a big comic book reader, though.
But well, that's what I mean. I've never got into actual manga, but I've read comics and read comics.
I think I like this version. And you know me, I tend to like go towards live action stuff more than cartoon or anime stuff. But you know what? I have been getting into more cartoon and anime stuff recently. So I don't know. Depending on how well I think the whole series plays out, I will maybe watch the anime.
I'd like to compare them.
I'd like to see,
but my guess is that this is probably the best version of it for me, at least.
Yeah.
And this is another thing too. Where we were just talking about it earlier. There's a movie and then there's a TV show. And can you imagine this being done in 2 hours?
No.
So far, what we've got, that's what I say. I am interested in seeing the movie now
to see how they cut that. Yeah. That could be tough.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think you should finish this first, since this is the best version.
Yeah.
So that you're not surprised.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I'm like, I'm gonna see the rest of this, but I'm willing to like I said, go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch the first 2 episodes of this, which I already did, and I'm gonna watch the first 2 episodes of the anime, and then I'm gonna watch the first 20 minutes of the movie, and then I'm gonna keep rotate through, and then the manga.
And by the way, the cartoon character thing, I think that's a very positive thing, and I wish I could be more cartoon-like in my life.
It's a bad thing.
Yeah,
it's just a lot of
animated.
Animated. I wish I could be more animated.
There you go.
Or actually animated.
Is that a pun or is it just real?
It's real. It's both a pun and real, because that would be so cool if like I was just drawn as an anime. I would love that.
Sure.
I'd love to see what I'd look like.
All right, so that was this week's required viewing. So it means that somebody else has to pick one. Lexi did last time. Yeah. Who did before that? And who picked what? I feel like it was another. I feel like we did like 3 Japanese or Asian related things in a row.
Didn't you choose before that?
I chose Mary and the Witch's Flower.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who chose prior to that?
We had Life as a House. I remember that.
But that was a while back.
Yeah, that was a while ago. So what was before
was it
Mary and the
Train
Witch's
to
Flower?
Busan before that? Or Bedknobs and
that
Broomsticks.
was the first one.
It was Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Prior to Mary and the Witch's Flower?
I think so.
That sounds
Okay.
right to me, which means that you haven't chosen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So do you want to wait till the end of the
I'll wait till the end.
Yeah,
I
okay,
wasn't
okay.
even- I
We just have to
wasn't even-
remember to have him say the required viewing before we cut
Okay.
off. Cool. All right, now we're on to our game. Last talking animal movie standing.
I love
This was a fun one to do. So every week we play a little game, and this week we're going to go through eliminating these movies one by one, and then the last talking animal movie standing will be the best of all time forever. So says Trump or something. We already got a producer pointing at one that he wants to win. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 4 of us.
And there's 2
So-
producers.
So we need one producer to eliminate, I believe.
Or you guys have to come to a consensus.
Or they have to they're gonna deliberate.
Good luck.
Deliberate.
But while they're deliberating,
Uh-huh.
because we're all gonna eliminate one by one.
Sure.
Lexi, do you want to go through and read each of those?
Sure. So first up, we have the newest one, Isle of Dogs.
Love
Then
it.
we have the classic Finding Nemo, the even more classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 80s one. Fantastic Mr. Fox, I have yet to see that one. Homeward Bound, which is the most classic-y classic you can get. And then good old Jack Black with Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think it was 1990,
No way.
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
I think you're
good
right.
knock.
I think so, yeah.
It just seems
Also,
so
cut to
eighties.
Lexi's camera. It's right up there. I don't know. You're seeing the edge of the poster. I love that movie.
Tubular.
Me too.
I just looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes.
guess it
It's
just
like
feels so
40%.
80s.
That's ridiculous.
Critics don't like that film.
My friend had a
Well,
birthday
fuck
party
that.
recently, and we
Because
watched
it's a
that movie.
fab-
Your friend had a
Fabulous.
birthday party, and that's what
Yeah.
you guys did?
What?
It was his 30-year birthday party. We had a pizza party and watched
Yes.
that movie.
That is going to be
That's
my
amazing.
30th. That's
It was
perfect.
great. It was
That's
so
wonderful.
cute.
Your roommate's
I'd
the
go to that.
best, or your friend.
It was just my friend.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Vegan.
Vegan
Cool.
pizza.
Did you guys come to a consensus? You're going to eliminate one? All right, go ahead. What are you eliminating?
You're not gonna like it.
I'm not going to like it. I already know.
Dogs.
Oh, sad.
Got rid of Isle of Dogs.
Why does Dylan want to win?
Shut up. That's
Damn,
not why you
Connor, that's
chose it.
cold.
So Connor hates
Cold.
dogs.
Oh.
And islands.
And islands.
Yes.
And Japanese
Mostly the
people.
islands.
Like landlocked.
And claymation.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
You have never gone last for this, have you? I think you should.
I don't know.
I think you should go last.
Okay.
Cool. Who wants to go next? I can go next if you guys want.
Sure.
It's gonna be tough,
I already know.
but
what you
I'm
want to
kind
win.
of okay with this. And Jessica's saying she knows what I'm going to eliminate. Really?
I don't know what
I'm-
you're going to eliminate. I know what you want to win.
Oh, sure.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm going to eliminate Finding Nemo.
Okay.
Getting rid of
Nemo.
Finding
was
Nemo.
surprised.
I actually never saw. I didn't see Finding Nemo until like years after
It'd
it
be
came
much
out.
better
Oh.
if his name was pronounced Nemo.
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 Yeah.
Nemo.
Ponyo.
By the way.
Have
Finding
you seen
Ponyo.
my boy, Nemo?
Nemo.
¿Dónde está Nemo? Is the name of the movie in Spanish?
It's called Buscando a Nemo.
Buscando?
I had to do a Spanish project.
Nemo. Oh my god, so cute.
It
Okay.
was adorable.
So I got rid of Finding Nemo. Who wants to go next?
Are you really going to make me do this?
Yeah, do it. What are you getting rid of?
Do it.
Shit.
We have TMNT, Fox, Panda, and Homeward Bound.
Damn it. Kung Fu Panda.
Just getting rid of Kung Fu Panda. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So you hate Jack Black?
Oh.
And pandas, and Kung Fu, and
Kung
China?
Fu.
And the Great Wall.
Sheesh.
Skadoosh.
Oh.
Skadoosh.
Don't forget the children.
Skadoosh.
You know what's great is
Skadoosh.
that movie just made a perfect word.
I know.
Up.
It's a great
Skadoosh.
movie. I love Kung Fu Panda, and I like all the Kung Fu Panda movies, but Homeward Bound and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are very dear and near to my heart. So,
Well, not only
sorry.
that, like the Kung Fu
Yeah.
Panda, the cast in that is actually really
So
good.
phenomenal.
Jackie
It
Chan's
is.
in there.
Well,
and
Angelina Jolie, we got all
Lucy
kinds of
Liu.
people.
David
Yep.
Cross.
Jackie Chan did not have that many lines, though.
No, he
I was
didn't.
kind of like bummed.
Yeah.
I know. It's a Kung Fu movie.
I know.
Why
But
is he
talking's
not?
his
Because
not
he's-
his strong suit.
Because English isn't for him.
Yeah, it's not his first.
Okay, that's
language.
fair. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you're eliminating next. What are you getting rid of? You got this, Stan. I believe in you.
I'm
Make the right
going
choice.
to. I'm gonna make it hard. I'm gonna get rid of Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm
someone
surprised that was
hates
the first
Wes
to go.
Anderson.
Really got, I know, right?
Wow.
Someone hates symmetry.
That sucks because I adore Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Me too.
But I think these are the two heavyweights.
These
that
are the
are
two
left.
heavyweights. All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
What is it,
Pressure's
Lexi?
on.
What's it gonna be, Lexi? TNMT?
Are you eliminating or are you
TMNT,
picking
or
the
Homer
best?
Bound?
Which one are you doing? Which one are you gonna say?
I'll pick the best.
Okay,
oh
so
my gosh.
Lexi,
prepared
what
to
is
Well,
the
speak to
last
me again?
talking animal movie standing?
I don't like crying, and Homeward Bound makes me cry.
Yeah.
A lot.
So
TMNT makes me laugh a lot. So
Yay.
I'm gonna pick
That
Turtles.
is the
There we
correct
go.
choice.
There we go.
You have chosen.
that's a
wisely.
very millennial
Alright.
Gen X
Yep.
choice.
I'm just tired of crying, guys.
I get it.
fair.
I
Don't watch
get it.
BlacKkKlansman.
Life is
That's
already
fair.
sad enough.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I get
pick the
it.
Turtles.
Sure,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Yep.
But as our producer said, or somebody said, Homeward Bound is very much like the classic. For me, like
It's
like
kind of
growing
a
up,
classic that you
there's
think about in your
Babe,
heart,
and there's
but you don't
Yeah,
think about
basically,
it.
yeah.
yeah.
Where
I
the
think
red
Babe,
fern
Pig in the
grows.
City's one. There's so many.
Milo and Otis. Yeah.
You hate all the
yeah.
animals?
Fox and the Hound, all of them.
You have all of them. You really have had every single one of
You've
those
had all
animals
these
in Homeward Bound.
Same time.
At
What?
the same
Nice.
time? Did you
Do you
name
live
them
on a
after
farm
the
with a
characters?
panda?
Before the movie came out.
Ah,
Wow.
that's a
And then the
boost.
movie came out, and you were like, "Oh my gosh!"
What? So our
Just
producer
that
is
movie.
saying that he had all of the animals from Homeward Bound at one time
Before the movie.
before the
yeah.
movie came out.
I was gonna say
Wow.
you were a poser, but they
Just
posed on
blowing
you.
my
Yeah,
mind
right?
right
Yeah.
now.
Posed you.
Yeah.
They
Oh
I
posed
my
thought you
you.
mentioned the
God.
animals
Cool.
from every movie. I was like, wow.
I really like. Is it Chance? And he does
Michael
Bat
J.
Dog.
Fox,
Bat
yeah.
Dog. That's good. Okay, now my
Oh.
favorite part is
We'll say
what
this.
would have been your movie of choice. So, producer number one, what movie would have been your choice to win if you had to choose? Homeward Bound. What about producer number two? Finding
Oh.
Nemo.
Wow.
Nemo.
Finding
Buscando a
Nemo.
Nemo.
Buscando a Nemo. What would have been your choice?
Turtles.
Turtles. Can you go back to the other screen?
Yeah.
I actually raised
it's-
baby turtles.
Nice.
Oh.
I think, you know what?
Did you name
I
them
was like, I got that
after
on
them?
Blu-ray too. It still holds up. It
so
still holds up.
good.
Even like the creature fix, they shot him in like
Yes.
some of them you can kind of see it just because of the Blu-ray.
Here's
But I mean, like, yeah.
Here's the thing, like, I actually don't know that it's the best amongst them, TMNT, but it would also be my choice.
It would be
and
my
it's
choice,
mostly a like
Nostalgia
nostalgia.
factor.
It's
Sure.
so it was
I'm
so
hungry
important to me
and I
growing
want
up.
pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
was it. Would it
bad.
also have been yours?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
TMNT
hungry.
for the win.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no,
producers.
yeah,
you're
But
wrong.
out
you know
of
what
all
though?
of
Like
those, that
Finding
one
Nemo
hits
and Homeward
me,
Bound,
like,
They were up
solid.
Yeah,
solid.
yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a frame poster. That is a
I'm
poster
biased.
from the '90s, actually.
Sure.
I did
There's
raise
that.
baby turtles.
They're
though. I
mutants.
had one named Yoshi.
After all, there's that.
Oh.
True.
The teenager part was the weirdest part for me, actually.
'Cause they look
Everything
like
else I
grown
was
dudes.
okay with, but not the teenager part.
No, what would you have liked it to have been?
Age appropriate for talking to April more than anything
okay.
else. But
Yeah.
Middle-aged mutant Ninja Turtles. It doesn't flow as well.
18-year-olds and legal to talk to adult women turtles. Doesn't sound as good.
Who's your favorite turtle?
Mikey.
Me too. I think it's because we like funny stuff.
Mikey.
Yeah,
we
'cause
just
Mikey's
don't
the
like to
funniest.
cry. And
Yeah.
Orange.
Who's your favorite, Jess? There's Roth, Mikey, Donatello, Michelangelo.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's
But
okay.
yeah.
Oh, mine's a toss-up because I like Mikey and Donatello. So it's
I-
one or the other.
One of them's the right answer.
Is Donatello the purple one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think him.
Yeah.
He's sweet.
Or Raphael, maybe. Which
Master
one is
Splinter.
Which one is the
Splinter.
one that's like really
He's the
moody
dad you
all the
kiss
time?
That's Raphael.
Raphael.
Okay,
Sounds
then I like
moody.
Raphael
I like
because
him
I'm
and
like
like-
I
like-
identify
I
with.
like
him.
Raphael's the
Raphael.
emo guy. He's like,
I like
I identify
Raphael,
with
but
him.
he's not my favorite. I do like
I'm
him.
very
He reminds me
emo.
of
I
my
like
brother.
him.
they're all fun.
Yeah.
I
love
liked
it.
Leonardo in the, like, I think there was a cartoon series of them in the 90s.
Cool.
Back when, like, WB was animating everything.
Right.
It was fun. It's
There's
kind
been
of
several
edgy. There was a
incarnations, yeah.
lot of incarnations.
Yeah.
None of them were that good. Very
Yeah.
few of them were that good.
Did you guys like the second and third movie?
Yes.
I liked the second one, but I don't think it's as good as the first.
Secret of the Ooze,
Yeah.
and then we're in
It was-
China. What's the last one
in
called?
China.
It was, oh,
China.
The Turtles in
Japan,
Time.
Turtles in Time. That's
that-
what it was. Yeah, they were samurai. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't China.
No.
Yeah, the first one was the best.
the first one was the
Yeah.
best.
It was.
I
I
liked
would
them
like to
all.
do a
I do like-
Daredevil
I like two
crossover
because-
with this universe.
Right.
Yeah.
And the new show's coming out.
You got
on-
Vanilla Ice.
When's the new show? Where's the what network is the new show? Nickelodeon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Nickelodeon.
You were just talking about it
Interesting.
actually.
Another Turtles?
Another Turtles.
Another Turtles.
Are they taking the oh, I've seen a lot of going that way. Is it the Teen Titans Go aesthetic?
It's like, first off, all of the turtles are
Oh no.
It's really a nose thing. When Michael Bay ruined the nose, it got really really.
Michael Bay, stop ruining shit.
What do you mean they're different sizes? I'm so confused.
Raph is
She's all ripped.
Donatello's this super like skinny little turtle.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's kind of a little more like the comics, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
They were in the original.
I mean, like in real life, turtles are different sizes.
Yeah.
That's weird, though.
All I know is Dylan and I went to this one museum exhibition of all the iterations of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We went to a TNT
all the
museum.
comics,
TNT
all the
museum.
movies. It was so
Beautiful.
cool. It was like
That's
one of the
awesome.
best.
It was in San Francisco. I
things
think
that
it was a
we've been to.
pop-up museum.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
nice.
it
That
was
makes
really
sense.
good.
It was really dope.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
original
Yeah.
comics and stuff.
Yeah. I like the. I do like the comic series.
Black and white, I think. they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
TMNT for the
Yay,
win.
for the win. Agreed.
Pizza.
It's the first. This might be the
Pizza
first time
party.
that actually everybody's agreed on the same film.
We're not happy about it, but we agree.
All right, let's move on to trailers. We're actually not going to do trailers this time. We're switching up the show a little bit. We're going to do the trailers as a separate thing, and I'll upload them tomorrow.
Sure.
Nice.
And otherwise, we need to make sure we have a required viewing for next week.
I'm stealing somebody's because
Okay.
somebody said it before, but I was like, no, we should watch that. Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do Donnie Darko.
Oldie but goodie.
Because
Yeah.
we should
Wait.
talk about
Let's
it.
do that.
Is
Yes.
there,
Yes, Stan.
sorry, there was like an alternate ending, right?
There's a whole other version of the movie.
Does it matter which one?
No.
Okay.
I would
guess
say
that'll
watch.
be fun to talk about.
What if you find Donnie Darko, it's that one because the it's just the Donnie Darko, the definitive director's cut, like it says it on the thing. So,
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I think if you find it'll just be Donnie Darko.
Yeah, whatever's on Amazon.
I've
Netflix,
seen
the
it
one I
so
got.
many
basically.
times, and I never get tired of it. It's such a cool movie.
You did just
very
watch it recently
I
too.
Nice.
love it. I watch it. It's
been
my
a while.
brother's favorite movie of all time, and
Cool.
so I watch it all the time.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Cool,
Nice.
Donnie Darko. We'll talk about that next week. Again, trailers and stuff. All that's that will be up tomorrow. That would be Friday afternoon. Let's move into our outro little segment here thingy and talk about some of the other shows that we're doing. Friday nights we have Ludum Tempest. We play some board games. Saturday we have our new show Demon Break with a lot of our fun voice actor and theater actor friends playing Dungeons and Dragons. Sunday some video games, and the week goes on and on. Comedy, games, and film every day. Not here on the YouTube page, but on our Twitch page.
And if you live in Albuquerque, go watch Oppositeness at the
Oh,
Box.
Yeah.
We are. You wanna plug that one?
Plug it.
Sure. If you live in Albuquerque or Santa Fe and you like to drive,
Or Los Angeles, and you really like
Really
to go.
really like
11
to
hours.
drive,
Or a 2-hour flight.
and you're not doing anything right now, come on down to the Box Theater on
Golden Second.
Golden Second downtown. Tickets are $8. Connor and I, our wonderful producer, will be calling Phil and Wes out right now. Hey, Phil and Wes, how you doing? Come see us fight them this Saturday.
Nice. Those are fighting words right there.
Right.
God,
How
I wish
are
you were in
you?
spandex.
How are you
I
guys?
really wish.
I hope it's not good.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Nice.
So you guys
go.
are doing a 2v2
Yeah.
debate show, comedy
Cool.
debate show. So they don't really hate each other, I promise.
Yeah.
I hope not.
And you'll be arguing things like pizza versus tacos and feet versus hands. I don't know.
Something like that.
We'll see how it goes.
Right.
Righties versus
hands.
lefties.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
It'll be fun stuff. I'm very
Nice.
excited to see
Yep.
Come check that out.
see what happens here. You heard her. All the shit talking happened right here.
Right here.
YouTube
You
channel.
witnessed it.
You witnessed it.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit talking on like Instagram and Facebook too, and
It's
really,
a lot of
really
fun.
There is. Follow
Yeah.
Color Circuit if you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
keep up with the shit talking.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We just launched our Patreon recently, patreon.com/Color Circuit Live. We're really excited to get that going. We have Patreon exclusive things. We have all sorts of tiers. 'Cause I
Yep.
guess that's what you're supposed to do. There, facebook.com/Color Circuit Live, Twitter at CLR Circuit Live. We also got a Discord. We got everything else you'd ever need. So we hope to see you around. We love films, comedy, television, news, reviews, trailers, all that stuff.
Yep.
My name
Love
is
it.
Dylan.
Stanley.
Alexi.
Jess.
We'll see you next time.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
hey.
Bye. Bye.